Alright guys, welcome back to Crypto Chat, and look at the day here, pretty much red day across the board. We are seeing some big pullbacks across the board, but some big green days. And again, of course, we are going to be looking at XRP today, up 23.3% on the day, still giving us these huge gains, 62% on the week and 360% on the month. But let's look at the day. Last night we broke through that $2 barrier, good bit of support straight away, and then straight up to a recent high of almost $2.50, and it's held pretty strong up there. Slight pullback this afternoon, only a tiny little drop, but we'll come on to why that's gone up so sharply. But yeah, huge gains for XRP in the last week or two. We talked about it in the last video, and there's some more reasons why it's still going up. And the volume, look at the volume, 39 billion in the past 24 hours, and the market cap, big news, XRP has overtaken Tether, Solana, BNB, and is now third on the list of market cap, 133 billion, still trailing ETH by 300 billion, but questions already being asked, can it replace ETH as the number 2 slot right behind Bitcoin? We'll wait and see, but amazing gains in the last week or so as it's worked its way up to that number 3 spot. Let's look at some of the reasons why. Here we go. Post from Altcoin Hero, good account if you don't follow him. The amount of possible catalysts coming from XRP is mind-blowing. He's listed the main ones here. There's probably more than this. XRP ETF, already talked about that. Going to go into detail about that again. Tokenization narrative, bank adoption and utilization, and institutional investors we can talk about there. A Ripple IPO still pending, or question marks over an IPO. Is that going to happen? Ripple own over $100 billion worth of XRP themselves, so an IPO could be on the cards. Ripple stablecoin, regulated legal clarity, lawsuit being dropped. Yeah, XRP versus the SEC coming to a close. Lots of investors looking off the back of that. Partnership announcements, major XRPL amendments, and adoption growing. There's loads of reasons why the outlook for Ripple at the moment is looking good. We're going to go into a few of them. First one here, article I found from Watcher Guru. Ripple Wisdom Tree officially files S1 for its spot XRP ETF, exchange traded fund. If you don't know what that is, it's where you can invest in whatever the fund invests in without actually owning the asset. So the fund will own the coin, and you just invest some money into it, and it tracks the price, making it far easier and available to literally anyone to invest in. They filed for the ETF, which is the legal requirement for them to actually list an ETF, but it's fitted the S1 for the spot for the XRP ETF in the last 24 hours. Marks a significant milestone for the crypto industry and the surge following the ETF filing. This is what I was talking about on the graph here in the last day. This is where the news broke that the S1 has been filed, and this is the growth that we've seen. It's gone from 1.9 all the way up to 2.4. Huge growth in the last 24 hours purely because of that. I don't think it says too much more, but the XRP begins to rally as expected, and you can see on the chart there. Other things we got, ETF on the way. This is what another site is saying about it. Resignation of the US SEC chair, Gary Gensler. Not new news, but it's still in the news. A speculation about its successor, with Dan Gallagher, Robinhood's chief legal officer, emerging as a top contender. So yeah, a lot of people were happy to see the back of Gary Gensler leaving on the 25th of January next year, which is the same day that Trump takes office. Dan Gallagher, though, Robinhood's chief legal officer. Robinhood are a brokerage and investment firm which target younger investors, i.e. investors interested in crypto. They're very pro-crypto. So that's only good news if Dan Gallagher takes over. Gensler's tenure, it says there, has been marked with a complex relationship with the crypto industry, balancing enforcement action with pivotal approvals of crypto-based financial products. He was basically the man who blocked and slowed down the growth of crypto and stifled any growth or innovation in the industry. So yeah, that's why a lot of people are looking forward to seeing the back of Gary there. And next on the list, we talked about a Ripple IPO, or an initial public offering. which is where Ripple will sell a good chunk of their company over to the public, listed on traditional exchanges, raising lots of money and handing over control of some of the company to private investors. So they first sort of talked about an IPO back in 2020, or looked to actually have an IPO within a year of that, but the SEC's lawsuit delayed the company's public debut. However, they have said that once its legal challenges with the US Securities and Exchange Commission are resolved, an IPO is very likely to be back on the cards again. The SEC filed a notice of appeal against its case in Ripple, unfortunately prolonging the dispute. However, a lot of speculation that the SEC may drop its appeal. The general sentiment is that this lawsuit is going to be wrapped up in the near future, and Ripple can get on with growing their company, and if they go forward with what they said in the past, then an IPO is likely to be on the cards. They're adopting a cautious stance because they actually want the legal challenges over before committing to a timeline. What you don't want is to be growing the company or doing something as huge as an IPO in the midst of some huge legal challenges. But yeah, definitely IPO remains part of Ripple's long-term vision. Now, I talked in the last video about how high the price of XRP can go. Not going to go too much into that at the moment, but the final thing I did want to talk about why the price just keeps going up when a lot of altcoins, etc., are having a big pullback at the moment, is just the sentiment surrounding Ripple. There's so many positive reasons surrounding the company and forcing that price going up, and there's just this huge bullish market sentiment, institutional interest, lots of private investors, lots of high trading volume. Let's take a look at the bubble again. 24-hour volume of 39 billion. Just compare that to some of the smaller coins. Bonk, 900 million, not even a fraction of the amount of volume. Litecoin, 4 billion. What else have we got? Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Volume 76 billion. So Ripple is over half the volume of Bitcoin. So you can see that there's huge sentiment, huge positive interest in Ripple compared to other altcoins at the moment on the market. With that being said, you should be wary if you've got anything invested in XRP at the moment of a possible pullback. There's a very steep curve. Look at the month; it's very steep, or even the year chart. That's almost vertical. Often you don't see charts like that without some sort of correction or some sort of pullback. Various reasons I'll go into in another video about that. So if you do have money invested in, be wary of that, and maybe position yourself, take profits while you've got some. At the moment, pretty much everyone is in profit unless you did buy into XRP in or when was it, 2018, at the all-time high of over $3. Pretty much everyone at the moment is in profit. If you bought in along here, you're in a great position at the moment. Take some profits and then look out for any potential pullback and reinvest a little bit later on if that's your sort of trading strategy. Again, this is not trading advice. This is not financial advice. I'm just speculating on the market out of pure interest and for anyone else who's interested in the crypto industry. But there you go, that's Ripple at the moment. Just looking away from Ripple specifically at the moment, if we look at the whole crypto market as a whole, there's the day, pretty much red across the board, bar a handful of individual coins. Look at the month or the year, pretty much green, absolutely enormous gains, particularly in the last month. And why is there such big sentiment or such positive sentiment in the crypto market at the moment? Well, there's a few reasons, but one of them, which is interesting, is the US political system. Coinbase exec predicts stablecoin regulations by 2025 after Trump win. Trump is going to be in office in 6 weeks' time, 25th of January 2025. Coinbase chief policy officer predicting a swift stablecoin regulation under Trump's presidency, with pro-crypto legislation advances in Congress. You have not seen sentences like this before, with pro-crypto and Congress in the same sentence. So yeah, it might be on the brink of a transformative moment for cryptocurrency legislation. And it goes on to talk about Trump being pro-crypto, Republican Party, newfound control of the House, of Representatives and of the Senate, creating what many view as the most favourable environment for cryptocurrency policy in US history. Everyone's aligned, everyone's working in the right direction. Pro-crypto president. Is this the time for crypto and stablecoins to shine, as the Coinbase exec predicted? We will see in a few short weeks once Trump comes in. We'll see what happens to the markets, see what sort of regulation they start talking about on their agenda, but at the moment it all looks positive, and that is why there is so much good sentiment in the market at the moment. Alright guys, let me know what you think. Leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, give me a like below. I'd really appreciate it. It's a brand new channel. I enjoy talking about crypto, and I'd love to see what I can do with this channel. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Bye bye.